I used to believe in forever. I thought love was something you fought for, something you held on to, no matter how hard the storm raged. And with her, Sophia, it always felt like we were unbreakable. We had the kind of relationship people envied. Late-night drives with music humming low, shared laughter over inside jokes no one else would understand, and whispered confessions that made the world outside feel irrelevant. I built my life around her, poured every ounce of my trust into our foundation. I never saw the cracks forming beneath the surface. That night I came home early, carrying her favorite takeout and a bouquet of lilies. A stupidly romantic gesture maybe, but I like seeing her eyes light up when I surprised her. The apartment was dim, but the sound of soft giggles echoed from the bedroom. Something cold twisted in my stomach. My fingers tightened around the plastic bag, the warmth of the food seeping into my palm. My mind fought against what my gut already knew. And then I heard his voice. Deep. Familiar. A voice that did not belong in my bed. The world slowed as I pushed the door open. Sophia sat up too fast, her bare shoulders exposed, her breath catching in her throat. And him, my best friend, Damien, had the nerve to just stare at me, as if caught in some minor inconvenience. A lifetime of trust, shattered in a single moment. She scrambled for words. It's not what it looks like. I laughed. A short, sharp, humorless sound. Number 12. Then by all means, Sophia, explain what the hell this is. Damien had the audacity to speak next. Look man, it just happened. It just happened. As if love was an accident. As if loyalty could be misplaced like car keys. I let the silence stretch, watching them squirm. Then I turned and walked out. Sophia called after me, desperation creeping into her voice, but I didn't stop. I didn't slam the door. I didn't give them the satisfaction of seeing me break. Not yet. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in my car, gripping the wheel, replaying every moment we'd shared. The way she used to say my name, like it was something sacred. The way Damien and I had laughed over beers, talking about trust, brotherhood. Lies. By morning she was waiting outside my apartment, tears streaking her face. Please Alex, just talk to me. I leaned against the doorway, arms crossed. Talk like you talked to Damien. She flinched but didn't leave. It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything. I tilted my head, studying her. So you destroyed everything, for something that didn't mean anything. Her face crumpled and for a split second, I felt the old urge to comfort her. But I shoved it down. I love you, she whispered. The words felt like rusted nails in my skin. You love me. I repeated, voice calm, measured. Or do you love knowing I loved you? She reached for me, but I stepped back. That was when I saw it, the flicker of frustration in her eyes. She thought I'd break. She thought I'd beg. But she didn't know me as well as she thought. Pain can turn into something else, if you hold it long enough. Something sharper. Something useful. She expected me to fight for her. She assumed I'd crumble, that I'd grovel, that I'd do anything to make her stay. Instead, I disappeared. I didn't answer her calls. I blocked her on everything. I let the silence eat at her, the way her betrayal had eaten at me. And then I started planning. Because I wasn't just going to walk away. She needed to feel it. A week passed before I struck. Sophia and Damien had been keeping their distance, but I knew them. I knew their routines, their weaknesses. So I waited until they thought I was gone, until they felt safe enough to step into the open. And then I sent the message to Sophia. Meet me at our spot. We need to talk to Damien. I know everything. Be there in 10 minutes. I chose the abandoned place full of memories, once sacred, now tainted. She arrived first. I could see the relief in her face as she rushed toward me. Alex, Damien's car pulled up and he stepped out, confusion creasing his brow. What's going on? I let the moment stretch, watching the realization dawn on them. You both destroyed something that meant everything to me, I said, voice steady. Now you'll destroy each other. Then I took out my phone and hit play. The audio recording echoed through the empty pew. Sophia's voice soft, sultry whispering words meant only for Damien. Their laughter, the sound of betrayal carved into every syllable. Damien's face twisted. You recorded us? Sophia went pale. Alex, please. But Damien was already stepping back. So it was never real? He asked, her voice shaking. You told me you loved me, her breath hitched. I had. But you told Alex the same thing. The cracks between them split wide open. Accusations flew. Their voices rose overlapping, desperate. The perfect couple unraveling at the seams. I watched them destroy each other just as I planned. And then I walked away. Sophia tried calling me that night. She left messages, her voice breaking, begging me to listen. Damien sent one text, I hope you're happy. And the truth was, I wasn't. Not really. Revenge doesn't erase betrayal. It doesn't stitch the wounds closed. But it does something else that leaves a mark. A reminder. Sophia had assumed I'd beg her to stay. She assumed wrong. Because some betrayals don't deserve forgiveness. They deserve an ending. I thought walking away would be the end of it. That leaving Sophia and Damien in the wreckage of their own deceit would be enough. I was wrong. A week passed, then two. The calls from Sophia stopped, but I still felt her presence, like a shadow lurking just out of sight. Damien's message lingered in my mind, but I ignored it. He wasn't my problem anymore. Then one night, I came home to find my apartment door slightly ajar. Every instinct screamed at me to turn around, to call someone, but I stepped inside anyway. The air was thick with the scent of perfume, hers. Sophia was sitting on my couch, legs curled beneath her, looking like she belonged there. Like she still had a place in my life. I didn't flinch. You broke in. Her lips trembled into something resembling a smile. You never changed a lock. She was right. I should have. I closed the door behind me. Slow and deliberate. What do you want, Sophia? Her eyes flickered with something dark, something desperate. You haven't answered me. You just left. I exhaled sharply. That's what happens when you betray someone. They leave. She stood, stepping closer. But that's not you, Alex. You don't just disappear. I held my ground. Maybe you never really knew me. She flinched. Then, almost whispering, I made a mistake. I laughed, cold and bitter. You didn't make a mistake, Sophia. You made a choice. She reached for my hand, and for a second, I let her feel the warmth of me. Before I pulled away, her voice cracked. I thought you'd fight for me. Yeah, I murmured. I know. Her eyes searched mine. But whatever she was looking for wasn't there anymore. I could see the moment she realized it. The moment it sank in. She had lost me. 2 days after Sophia's visit, I got another message. But this time it wasn't from her. It was from Damien's sister. You need to talk to him. He's not okay. I stared at the message, fingers hovering over the keyboard. I didn't owe him anything. He made his bed, but something gnawed at me. I called her. The moment she picked up, I could hear it in her voice. Panic, exhaustion. Alex, she breathed, he's falling apart. He's drinking Nan, stop. Talking crazy. I kept my voice flat. And that's my problem, because she hesitated. Because you were his best friend, and because he blames her for everything. I clenched my jaw. He should. Her breath hitched. I'm scared he's going to do something stupid. That part caught me off guard. For all his flaws, Damien was never reckless. But betrayal has a way of rotting a person. From the inside, I sighed. Where is he? I found Damien at the dive bar we used to go to. Back when we were still friends, before he threw it all away. He was slumped over the counter, an empty glass in front of him. When he saw me, something flickered in his bloodshot eyes. Look who finally showed up, he slurred. The bigger man. I sat down beside him, waving off the bartender's wary glance. You look like hell. He laughed, but it sounded hollow. Yeah. Guess betrayal doesn't sit well with me. He tilted his head. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I let the jab slide. Your sister's worried about you. She shouldn't be. He downed another shot, wincing. She's the only one left who is. Something about the way he said it sent a shiver down my spine. I leaned in. What are you planning, Damien? He exhaled sharply, running a hand through his disheveled hair. I thought she was the one, you know. His voice cracked. And I thought you were my brother. The weight of his words settled between us. You made your choice, I said quietly. His head snapped up, eyes blazing. Yep. And what about her? She made hers too. But somehow, you only punished me. I stiffened. What are you saying? His lips curled into a bitter smile. I'm saying, maybe it's time she really understands what betrayal feels like. A slow creeping dread settled over me. I leaned in, voice dangerously low. Damien. What the hell did you do? He smirked, but his hands trembled. I sent her a message. Told her to meet me. Told her I forgave her. He let out a hollow laugh. She actually believed me. I stood up so fast. My chair scraped against the floor. His smirk vanished. Relax, man. I just want her to feel it. To hurt the way I did. I grabbed his collar, yanking him forward. Where is she, Damien? He blinked, surprised. What do you care? I shoved him back because I might hate her. But I don't want her dead. He stared at me for a long moment. Then something shifted in his expression. Regret, maybe. Or fear. Warehouse by the docks, he muttered. And that was all I needed. The old warehouse loomed ahead, half collapsed from years of neglect. I heard the rain before I saw it, sheets of it slamming against the pavement. As I pulled up, the door was unlocked. Inside, the dim light flickered, and there she was. Sophia sat on the floor, hands bound, a piece of cloth tied loosely around her mouth. She wasn't hurt, just scared. Her wide, tear-streaked eyes locked onto mine, and for the first time since the betrayal, I saw real fear. I turned, expecting to see Damien lurking in the shadows. But the room was empty. Something wasn't right. Then I heard the door creak behind me. Damien stood there, gun in hand. I didn't think you'd actually come, he murmured. My muscles tensed. This isn't you, Damien. His hand shook slightly. I don't know who I am anymore. His eyes flickered to Sophia. But I know she ruined both of us. She whimpered, shaking her head violently. I took a slow step forward. Put the gun down. His eyes locked onto mine. Do you still love her? I hesitated. And in that hesitation he saw the answer. His grip tightened on the gun. His body trembled, shoulders rising and falling in ragged breaths. Then he did something I didn't expect. He turned the gun on himself. My breath caught Damien. A single gunshot shattered the silence. For a moment, time stopped. Then his body crumpled to the floor. Blood seeped across the cold concrete. Sophia sobbed, rocking back and forth, but I didn't move. I just stared at Damien's lifeless form. He had been my best friend. And now he was gone. The irony was suffocating. In the end, betrayal had destroyed all of us. I finally looked at Sophia. Her face was pale, lips trembling. "Alex," she whispered. "Please." I knelt down, untied her hands. She reached for me, but I stepped back. This time she didn't argue. She understood she had lost me forever. And as I walked away, leaving the past, the pain, the ghost behind, I knew one thing for certain. Some wounds never heal. Some betrayals never fade. And some endings are the only mercy left.